Guys, before you go on to this clip, please don't forget to press the subscribe button for more content like this. We post all our clips on this channel from the podcast. I know you're going to enjoy this quite a lot. I think हम बात भी कर रहे थे इस बारे में और पूरा इंडिया बात करेगा अगले 2 महीने इस बारे में. ऐसा तो है नहीं, there is no surprise on who's going to win this election. Fundamentally, we all know BJP is going to win and BJP is going to win fairly resoundingly.
Modi will win.
Modi will win and not BJP.
Why do I say that?
Yes.
देखो देश में डेटा 2009 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के वोट्स आए थे 7 करोड़ 80 लाख. 2009, 2014 and 2019. In 2009, 2010, 2014 and 2019.
Yes.
All three elections, the Congress got votes between 10 to 11 crore.
Okay.
All three.
Okay.
So it's not that people are not voting the Congress. Those who traditionally always voted the Congress have been voting the Congress. So what has changed in the country and why did I say Prime Minister Narendra Modi will win? In 7 crore 80 lakh is what the BJP got votes in 2009. It increased to 15 crores in 2014. It further increased to 22 crores in 2019, which means an additional 15 crore votes added to the BJP's tally because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So this is not a traditional BJP voter nor a traditional Congress voter. This is a voter which got interested in Indian politics, who's not a cadre voter or not a karyakarta. And this voter is with BJP because of Narendra Modi. And more new voter which will come will be with BJP because of Narendra Modi. So this is why I say that the verdict which swings towards BJP in terms of absolute mandate, 2 full majorities and possibly third full majority is because of Narendra Modi. This country always votes in or votes out leaders. Rarely do you see parties being voted in or voted out. Parties only form bases. You need that base. Without that base, leaders can't evolve. But it is the leader who wins an election or loses an election. That's why 2024 will be won by Modi.
Okay. And that is, you said something very interesting, which is that from 9 to 22 crores, the swing has been in favor of Prime Minister Modi as a leader, right? And the fact that the Congress thinks कि वो जो 13 करोड़ लोग और ऐड हुए हैं, वो काडरा के या कार्यकर्ता वोटर हैं, वो भक्त हैं और ये XYZ ABC is Congress's, if not the biggest, the second biggest weakness that Congress has. Right?
I will not even call it weakness. I will say that it is a Rajshahi culture in the Congress. And I will tell you why. Congress historically has been winning an election how? At least since Sonia Gandhi's era. Leave earlier era. Sonia's era. By ensuring that it becomes the single largest party and then it forms an alliance of members.
Right.
And in that 10 to 11 crore votes, it is able to win the election. The Congress believes that it can repeat that strategy in the years to come. It thought that 2014 was an exception or an aberration. It was shocked in 2019 to see a bigger verdict. And it will further be shocked in 2024. So it is not that it is its weakness of the Congress. It is the non-acceptance of the reality of the Gandhi family thinking that aaj nahi to kal hum satta mein aa hi jayenge. That is why it is not doing the needful. Like no political party in its 1% wisdom will ever question or Prime Minister, Prabhu Shri Ram or say will go against Sanatan. No political party in its basic wisdom will do, a politically foolish exercise like a Bharat Jodo Yatra during the time of elections.
Why? What is wrong with that?
I'll tell you what is wrong. What is the objective of ultimately a political exercise? An objective of a political exercise is to win an election. Do you agree or not?
बिल्कुल. हाँ.
It's not just PR.
हाँ, मतलब आपको ग्राउंड सपोर्ट बना रहे हो आप. हाँ.
चुनाव ही जीतना चाहते हो ना.
हाँ.
चुनाव जीतोगे तभी जाके तो सत्ता में आओगे.
ठीक.
अब मान लो कि चुनाव चल रहे हैं, अभी चालू होंगे चुनाव. अब इस चुनाव में आपका पूरा रिसोर्स है ना, किस में लग रहा है? आपके जितने भी स्टेट्स हैं, आपके चीफ मिनिस्टर राहुल गांधी के साथ एक बस में घूमने में कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ये क्या है? वो बस में घूमने का आपका ट्रैवल टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है. आप आइडियली क्या, एक नेता क्या करता है कि मैं मैक्सिमम टू मैक्सिमम जनता को जनसभा से एड्रेस कर सकूं, जिससे ज़्यादा पहुंच सकूं. उसके बाद में मैं अपने एक संगठन को बना सकूं. आई विल फॉर्म माई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सो दैट माई मैसेज कैन बी कम्युनिकेटेड ऑन द बूथ टू गेट वोट्स. बट व्हाट इज कांग्रेस डूइंग राइट नाउ? इट इज फोकसिंग ऑन राहुल गांधी's PR. Which is where you will start from a part of Northeast, then you will go and reach to the western part of the country. Your entire machinery is not focused on who should get a candidate ticket, what should be the alliance arrangement, who should be a prime ministerial candidate, who should not be. It is completely wasted on rebranding and relaunching Rahul Gandhi for the 55th time. This is why you see the Nyaya Yatra or the Bharat Jodo 2.0. Now you check what happened in the papers, that it has been cut short. Why? Because Neither is it getting popular support, nor is it being able to convert anything in terms of votes. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh was the biggest testament that it could not succeed. So it is also about what does an exercise achieve, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So, every time I hear something like this, maybe I'm just scarred from all this pappu discourse that you see on the television, but मेरे को ऐसा लगता है that this is almost the trivialization of Rahul Gandhi at work. Like when let me finish this point, because हम क्या बोलेंगे, we'll say that Congress is focused entirely on rebranding Rahul Gandhi. I'm pretty sure they don't internally think like that. Like मेरे को any reasonable rational party would be like, ऐसा तो कुछ होना तो है नहीं, उसको rebrand करके we need to win the election, or at least we need to focus on a 10-year revival plan, a 15-year revival plan. To use India's historically biggest political party and all its resources for one man's PR, or I don't know if you think ego, does not sound like any rational committee would ever make that decision. And very often when I hear critics of Gandhi say that the Congress is much more interested in Gandhi as opposed to Congress and its sort of center-left agenda, it sounds like the trivialization of Congress or the trivialization of Gandhi. Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yes, you're wrong in thinking that, and I'll tell you why. See, let's go to the core of it. What is the core of it? I'll relate to the core of it, understanding on how Gandhis used to win election. Gandhis used to win election by a simple political strategy of development deprivation of the population. And when development deprivation used to take place, other identities of an individual, caste, religion used to become prominent.
Sure.
And it is not something which I am putting forward as my opinion. It's a stated fact, and I'll give you why.
Where is it stated by that?
I am telling you the fact. You go to Rai Bareli as a constituency. I had been there for the first time personally in the last few days. And that constituency has been won by the Gandhi family for 16 times.
Right.
Since independence, not even once. It has only lost once when Raj Narayan had defeated Indira Gandhi, but apart from that, it has won. And Sonia Gandhi has never lost. Now, that constituency has seen a successive vote share dip from 2009 onwards of the Gandhi family. 2009, they got 70% vote. 2014, they got 60% odd vote. 2019, they got 52% vote. Right now, in that constituency, people are saying, we don't want the Gandhis because there is no development which has taken place. We want development like Banaras. So if you look at any place that the Congress has won in the past, how has it won? It has not won by a more than 50% vote share. It has always won by a vote share where the Hindu community used to be divided in caste lines, and then they used to consolidate the minority or the second largest majority, and this is how they used to win an election. Narendra Modi changed that drastically by saying, I will give developmental surplus. So when I give developmental surplus, I get votes across caste lines. This is why you see Modi's graph of vote share. It got 31% in 2014, 37% in 2019, and now it is increasing further. His geographical base is also increasing further. So when you give developmental surplus with excellent execution, your all other identities of castes or other religious identities take a back seat. This is what Modi did in Banaras. So imagine in an interconnected world, a man living in Rai Bareli is not getting a road, not getting cleanliness, not getting drinking water, is not seeing her member of parliament Sonia Gandhi not even visiting 5 times in 5 years, and is now comparing it with a Banaras which has completely transformed with 8 crore average yearly tourist. And everybody who's coming from Banaras to Rai Bareli saying ki boss, dekho kya transform ho chuka hai, will always go for that model. Congress has been lazy and Rajshah enough not to change this model, because historically, if you see since 50s onwards till date, particularly since Sonia Gandhi's era, Congress has not won an election with popular sentiment in terms of majority. Congress, even UPA 1, UPA 2 was not majority.
Yeah.
The last real majority government was of Indira Gandhi, and after Indira's sentiment, when she passed away, Rajiv Gandhi got an absolute majority. That's it. Since then, it has not been able to win. Why? Because it has followed this basic politics of dividing, consolidating, and Modi has completely changed that grammar. A popular leader does that. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that it is not trivialization of the Congress. This is how Congress thinks, because any rational person would know that if somebody is not getting votes, say for example Rahul Gandhi, it's not once, twice, thrice.
It's infinite times.
Infinite times. Leave that. Look at the intent. Rahul Gandhi lost from Amethi. The Congress party did not bother to invest in a state like Uttar Pradesh. It goes to Wayanad. It is completely wiped out from Uttar Pradesh. Today, in this scenario, it will also lose Raebareli. And you save this. Either Sonia Gandhi will not contest from Raebareli or Congress will lose.
Where we should make this a clip right now.
Please.
ये clip होना चाहिए, viral करना है अपने को. हाँ.
Note it. Either you will troll me after a point of time,
right,
or you will appreciate me. But I say this out of solid political data.
So you're saying that she will not either contest Raebareli or she will lose it this time?
90% plus probability is there. I'm telling you from my data. She will either not contest Raebareli or Congress is losing. And even if she contests Raebareli, 90% chances Sonia Gandhi will lose. It's a basic common sense because every year, every successive election, her vote share is dipped by 10 percentage points. And this time on the ground, 65% women and 60% youth want Modi there. So only BJP can make Congress win there. Congress cannot make Congress win. And my political wisdom tells me, and this is not my opinion, and I'm telling you with a lot of ground analysis and data, that more than 90% probability she'll lose. If you remember, there was a news in the media which said that Sonia might contest from Telangana. You check it out, you Google it and say Telangana's chief minister had put that Sonia Gandhi, we want Sonia Amma to contest from Telangana. Why is that happening? Because she knows she's losing Raebareli. So no political party which is serious and which believes in getting revival will leave a trajectory or will leave a state when it is not getting votes. Now parallel that to how Modi is functioning. Modi in let's say in the 2019 elections in Telangana got 4% vote in the assembly, correct? Only 4%. What happened in the Lok Sabha? He got 4 seats and 19% vote share. What happened in this Telangana election? His vote increased from 4% to 14%, which means that any geography where the Modi is not getting votes as he got in 2019, he's working on the social reach. Tamil Nadu, you look at Tamil Nadu. Last time there was a sentiment in Tamil Nadu that the BJP will lose or Rahul is becoming the Prime Minister. What happened? There was a 39-0 election with DMK winning. This time in Tamil Nadu, you are seeing that BJP, which got 3% vote share last time, and you save this clip also, will get minimum 15% vote in Tamil Nadu. And even people in Tamil Nadu are saying that Modi will be the Prime Minister this time. Whether they get 1 or 2 seats, that does, or 3 or 4 seats, but their vote is increasing from 3 to 15. In 2014, Modi got 90% of seats from only 60% of the geography, okay? Only 60% of the geography, which you call as the Hindi heartland. What happened in 2019? He got votes not from the 60% of geography but from more than 75% of geography. He got 18 seats from Bengal, which he was completely wiped out in 2014. He got 4 seats in Telangana, which was 0 in 2014. He got 7-8 seats in Odisha, which was not the case in 2014. So he is working on increasing his social outreach to every part of the country. This is how any sincere politician who wants to win an election and serve the country does that. What is happening with Congress? It's an ever-shrinking party. Congress in 2011 Assam election was the last election where Congress repeated its government. Since 2011 Assam elections to now I'm speaking to you in 2024, there has not been a single state, not a single state where the Congress has repeated its government. I'm talking about state. Leave apart Lok Sabha election, which is only about Modi. Even in state.
Okay.
Not a single which has repeated.
Okay.
So this tells you about an ever-shrinking party and an ever-expanding party. And when a party is ever-shrinking, and despite that, that political party is only focusing on a leader, which is the result or which is the reason for that party to ever-shrink, this tells you that it is not trivialization which is taking place, but it's a hard fact which is taking place.
ठीक है गाइज, अगर ये सुन के आपको भी लगा वाओ मैं भी ऐसे सोचना चाहता हूँ, मैं सीखना चाहता हूँ ऐसे कैसे सोचते हैं, तो क्या करना है? सब्सक्राइब का बटन, सब्सक्राइब.